Hey everyone, welcome to my Sata 2000, Vision 2000 and the Sata Vision 5000 review. Now, I have just seen I've dropped some notes. So I'm back. There was so much to try and remember on these masks that I've had to make some notes, so please forgive me. Let's talk about the Sata 2000. The Sata 2000 is a complete kit. So if you've not got an air-fed mask and you want something and you want the complete kit, this is probably going to be the one for you. It comes with some protective surrounds for your mask, replacement ones. Just helps keep the airflow in the mask. It comes with a spray gun hose that connects to your belt, and we're moving on to that shortly. It comes with some spare tear-offs on the front. You've then got the belt system, which is a webbed belt. The cartridges themselves, again, an active charcoal cartridge system in there with a gauge on the top. That's a nice feature, and a regulator adjuster on the side there, so you can adjust the airflow to your mask and to your gun. It comes in a really nice, well, really nice, but a strong plastic storage box, which is great because you want to keep this all safe. Again, it's a single sheet like the 5000, so you've got a single visor, tear off on there. The benefit of having these is you get a much clearer view out of your helmet. You don't get any distortion and you don't get any sort of backlight coming in where you can with two visors on there, or a solid one with a tear off. You've obviously got the airline on it. If you compare the two, it has got an adjustable band on there, so you can rotate it around, and you can also tighten and loosen it at the back, so you can adjust it there. You know, it is a lot less than the 5000, so you're obviously not getting the same sort of quality or finish. You're getting a good quality, but you're not getting the same finish. Or finesse, that's the right word, finesse. Now, you can see that there is quite a remarkable difference between them. One is definitely a lot smarter and slicker than the other. And that's, you know, that's what you pay for. Unfortunately, I couldn't use the Sata 2000 as much as I would like to have. And the reason for that is the alarm kept going off on it. This helmet and this system requires more air than the 5000. You know, it threw me, because I rang Sata. I said, look, I'm struggling, I'm putting my mask on, it's fine. I put the gun on, 30, 40 seconds into using the gun, the alarm's going off, the whistle alarm. So I'm gonna have to stop using it. So I probably only did 2 or 3 jobs with it just to get a feel, and then I had to stop because the alarm is there to tell you you're not getting enough air into your mask. Now, the 2000 requires, let me just get this right, 6 CFM of air. The 5000 requires 5.3 CFM of air. That 0.7 CFM of air, it unbelievably makes a huge difference. I've only got single phase here, so I've had to combine 2 compressors into 1 tank, and that gives me just under 18 FAD, which is roughly about 23, 24 CFM. That's enough to run my guns and run an air-fed mask. However, it's not enough to run the 2000, but easily runs the 5000. So it was interesting. It was something new I learned. A couple of things about the 2000 then that I did notice. It's obviously we've got the hood rotation, the whistle goes off, pipe alignment. So what I didn't like about this is I didn't find it as comfortable as the 5000, and I'll show you why. It's got quite a thin piece of webbing around there on the belt. It has a high density foam backing that the regulator and your active charcoal cartridge sits in. But because of the way the air comes in and comes out to your gun, coming out, it's not such an issue. Coming in, when you've got your airline attached to you on the floor, working on the shop, it starts pulling this at an angle. Hopefully you can see that. And so it became quite uncomfortable because it just didn't sit very nicely on my waist. And I've used the DIFUSER before this, that's what I'm used to, and that did sit. So I kind of knew what I was expecting from here. And I think that's a shame. It really needs to be at a right angle, come down, and probably be a lot better. Or look at how you adjust the back here. It's just got too much play for me. But it's better than nothing. And so that's what we need to focus on. Because that mask is just over half the price of this 5,000. Now, the 5,000 for me was an absolute clear winner. Clear winner because the alarm didn't go off. Clear winner because the feel of it was really comfy. It felt comfy on my head. It felt like I could be spraying all day with it. And clear winner because of the options that come with it. So let's go through. There are a couple of things that don't come with it. So let's focus on that actually. Let's get the negatives out of the way. You don't have the additional protective shield that goes round on your chin. I'll just show you that section there. It doesn't come with the 5,000. I think it should. I think it should just be part of the kit. That, and it does come with some tear-offs. They should be part of the kit as standard, you know, and then you just replace them afterwards. It also doesn't come with an airline hose. And for the sort of money that we're spending on this, I would expect to see that in there, again, as standard. So it's only 2 extra things that they need to add to the kit to finish it off. If they want to push the boat out a little bit further, put a little storage case in. But you can pick these up or a box very similar, quite easy from any sort of department store. But it would be nice if it was just there. Like with the guns, you get an adapter with the gun, so you don't have to go and buy an adapter. So it's, you know, when you buy something, if you've got everything there, it just gives you a much better feel. You don't want to have to mess around with think, oh Christ, I got an order an airline or whatever it is. It's nice to have it in one package. The belt system, absolutely love this belt system. I think this is one of the best belt systems I have used. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Firstly, it doesn't have this kind of strap that moves around and always, as you're spraying, starts to undo and slip down your waist, and when you're in the middle of painting, just annoy the hell out of you, or you have to adjust it each time you put it on. This belt system works with a Velcro on it. So I'll just, probably easier from this. Yeah, we'll do this way. So you've got a Velcro. So you can get your belt to how you want it, to your perfect fit. You Velcro it shut and that's it. It's not gonna budge. It's always gonna be there. It's also really nicely finished off, nice thick webbing, and so it fits really solid and comfortably on your waist. The buckle, again, it's a quality feature. You've then got your regulating system and your charcoal filter in here. Sits onto the belt. It clips into a section like this that goes on the belt, and you get, this is actually for another additional item that can be added, so I'll show you. So it goes on there, and you've got an additional bit of backing, which just helps for the comfortability of it. So in here you have an active cartridge system on one side, that would undo it. If you undo that, you take your cartridge out. The cartridges, retail list price are about £80. You've got a 3-month life on that. You've also got a flow indicator here. Well, not a flow indicator, but an indicator. So each time you change the cartridge, you set that off, it tells you how long you've got left in it. If you have a 2-stage filtration system in your shop, you need to go for this. If you have a 3-stage filtration system, you don't actually need this. You could go for the model below, with regard to, well, the same model of 5,000, but not with the active cartridge system in there. You could just go for the one that doesn't. It'll be lighter, but you don't need to duplicate on the active cartridge system. If you want to, you can. It's just an extra cost that if you've got your 3-stage filtration, you wouldn't really want to do it. You've got your air in, and again, see the difference here is your air in is coming from the bottom up. So you just don't have that pull on it. It's a much better design. You've got your air out to your helmet, and you've got your air out to your gun. Again, on here, you've got a regulator. So you can adjust the airflow to your hood and to your gun. So if you feel you need more air coming into your hood, you can just adjust that. If you feel you need more to your gun, again, adjust that there. Really good. You've got a magnetic arm that comes out, and that's for hanging your hood on, your mask. I've not seen that on anything else, so I think that's a really nice feature. This does rotate round if you need it to. I don't need it to, but it just does. I'm not quite sure why. I haven't found a reason for it, but it doesn't annoy me. So that's it. So what you also get on these is on this side, you can plug in a heater, which will warm your air up so the air coming to your hood is warmer. So there's just so many things you can add to this. You can then add this onto your belt, and using this bracket or fixing, you can add on a cooler. So if you work in a really hot booth and you want your helmet or air to your face to always be cool, keep you relaxed, you could just buy the cooling system for it. What do you get in the helmet? You get a diffuser, and this is basically going to go on the top of your helmet here, and that will help dissipate the air around. So some people suffer from getting dry eyes in their hoods. This helps to relieve that by just dispersing the air around. I should try it out actually, I'll try it out. You get a couple of replacement paddings, just so you can wash the ones that are in there, keep it always clean. And they're comfy. You've got some color identification tabs just that collate with the belt on there, with your hood, so you know that that's yours if you're green, or are you working in a multi-shop. The hood itself, like the 2000, you can adjust the back of it. It's got a fabric hood to come down and give you full coverage. You've got the surround that goes around your face and chin. And if I put this on, all right, so I'll put that on, the hood moves up and down. Now I just want to show you something, because this is, I'll just keep this on here. I want to show you something, which I realized. The hood does snag slightly. So if I'm trying to pull this down, you can see now it won't go any further. And the reason for that is at the back, this fabric seems to snag on the actual helmet. So you just need to lift it up, and then you can bring your helmet down. And you get a really nice fit. The helmet is super comfy. And I think that's to do with like the cushioning in it, the fact that it's got these elasticated straps here that sit on the top of your head, this soft foam section that goes around your face. It's a really nice helmet, and it's been a joy to use it. This visor is the original visor I've used, and so I've been using this now for, I think, just under 2 months, over 1 month, so let's say 1.5 months, and you can see how clear it is. Every day I've been using this, and it's still got, whatever material this is made out of, the overspray doesn't sit on it. I can feel a tiny bit, but it doesn't mist it up and mean you can't see out of it. I used the mask the other day that I tested out, and with one day I couldn't see out of the visor. I absolutely struggled. So that is a really big positive for me as well. And you can see there's no blind spots, there's nothing, I'm struggling to see anything out of it, because it's only the one sheet there as well, and it stains clean. The winner for me is the 5000. It's more money, but you're getting what you pay for. What I would like to see from Sata with the 5000 is I'd like to see an airline included in there. I'd like to see that, as I've touched on before. Other than that, it's a great mask. If you are, and let me just think how to say this. If you are a slightly larger boned person, and you don't necessarily, the belt might be a bit too small for you, you can get, the Germans call it suspenders, and we've called them braces, so you can get braces to hold it all up and in place and make it a bit more comfortable for you. So for me, the 5000 was the clear winner. even though you get slightly less in the kit, the options that you can add to it are far more superior. And the fact that it worked in my spray shop with my compressors is obviously what wins it for me, really, apart from the comfortability of it. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the review on the Sata 2000, the Sata 5000. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. If you put them down in the comments. If you've got any comments to share, please feel free to do that. Don't forget to give me a follow on Instagram @DamageUndone. And thank you very much to Sata for this opportunity. Have a great one.